I am 83 years old, and I need to say something out loud that most people are too scared to say. If your children don't call, if they don't visit, if they skip the holidays and forget your birthday, and go whole months without a single word, stop waiting by that phone. Stop calling and start living. Now I know how that sounds cold, maybe even a little bitter, but I earned the right to say it. I spent the better part of 8 years making excuses for my own children. They're busy. The grandkids keep them running. Work is hard these days. I told myself every story in the book, and every time I picked up that phone and got nothing, no answer, no call back, no, just thinking of you, Mama. Something in me went a little quieter. Not angry, just quiet. I don't want that for you. I have seen what that quiet does to a person. My neighbor Vera is 79 years old. She has 3 children. 3. And not one of them has come through her front door in nearly 2 years. Every Sunday morning, Vera gets up early. She puts on her good blue blouse, the one she saves for church and company. She sits down in the chair by the window, and she waits. Sometimes she calls, she leaves messages. Cheerful ones. She doesn't want to seem like a burden. But when that phone stays quiet, she goes to bed at 5 in the afternoon. Just to make the day end faster. I watched that woman shrink, not in her body, in her soul. Week by week, that light in her eyes got a little dimmer. One afternoon, I sat down across from her at her kitchen table and I said, Vera, you cannot keep giving your joy away to people who aren't even here to receive it. She cried. Lord, she cried. But then she listened, and everything started to change. Number 1, stop calling. Not forever. Just for now, I mean it. There is a dignity in silence that we forget about when we're desperate for connections. Every time you call and they don't answer, every voicemail that sits there unheard for 3 days, every text you send into what feels like a great big empty hole, you are quietly teaching yourself that you don't matter. But you do matter. You just can't feel it when you keep going back to a well that's run dry. Give it a rest, a real rest. Step back, breathe. See what settles. Number 2, take back the hours you spent waiting. I want you to think honestly about how much time you spend in a week thinking about your children, worrying, waiting, rehearsing conversations in your head that never happen. Add it up now. Take those hours back. What did you love before life got so full of other people's needs? Before the babies came and the years ran together, and you stopped asking what you wanted. Maybe it was gardening. Maybe sewing, or baking, or painting, or just walking somewhere quiet, with nobody needing a thing from you. Go back to that. Not because it replaces your children. Nothing does. But because you are still a living, breathing person with wants and joys of your own, and you deserve to feel that. If this is sitting with you right now, if you felt this loneliness and nobody has said it out loud for you before today, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment below. There are thousands of people watching who feel exactly what you feel. You are not alone. Stay with me. Number 3, find your people. The ones who actually show up. Here is a truth I learned far later than I should have. Your children are not your only family. Family is the woman at church who saves you a seat without being asked. The man at the senior center who remembers how you take your coffee. The neighbor who waves from her driveway every single morning like it's the most natural thing in the world. Those people choose you. Every day, they show up, start choosing them back. Find a walking group, a card club, a Bible study, a gardening circle, a community class. I don't care what it is. Find a room where you are wanted and walk through that door. Vera signed up for a watercolor class at the community center. She went once, just to see. She hasn't missed a Thursday since. Number 4, write what you need to say instead of saying it. Most of us are carrying words we've never gotten to speak. Things we wanted to say to our children. Things that hurt, things we hoped for. Things we're still proud of even now. Write them down. Not to mail, not to prove anything. Just to get it out of your chest and onto paper where it can breathe. There is a kind of healing in that no phone call ever gave me. And sometimes, months later, you'll read back what you wrote. And you'll realize the letter you needed most was never meant for them at all. It was always for you. Number 5. Tend to yourself the way you always tended to everyone else. How many years did you put yourself last? How many meals did you eat cold because everyone else's plate came first? How many things did you want quietly, privately, that you set down and just never picked back up? You are 83 or 77 or 69. It does not matter. You still have time. Take yourself to that restaurant you've thought about 100 times. Buy the good coffee. Sleep in on a Saturday. Call the friend you've been meaning to call for months. You spent a whole lifetime pouring yourself out for other people. It is not selfish to pour a little back into yourself now. It is survival now. Here is the hardest part. The part that feels like swallowing glass. Some of us have to accept, truly accept, down in our bones, that our children's absence is not a measure of our worth. I know how it feels at 2 in the morning, when the house is too quiet, and the photographs on the wall stare back at you. I know how it whispers to you. You weren't enough. You did something wrong. If you had been better, that whisper is a liar. People get lost in their own lives. They get busy and scared and selfish and complicated. They carry things we don't know about. They make choices we don't understand. And none of that means you failed. You raised them. You loved them with everything you had. You did what you could with what you knew. Let that be enough. And then let yourself move forward. Not away from them. Never away. Just forward. Toward the life that is still right here, still waiting, still yours. Vera called me last week. She was laughing. The real kind, the kind that comes from somewhere deep and catches you off guard. She just sold her first watercolor painting at a church fundraiser. $5. She said she cried the whole drive home. Not over the $5, but because somewhere along the way, she had forgotten she still had something to give. You still have something to give. Don't let a silent phone tell you otherwise. Don't let an empty Sunday define the rest of your story. The life that is left is still a life, and it is still worth living, fully, openly, and on your own beautiful terms. If today's video touched something in you, please subscribe, leave me a comment, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. We are all in this together. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.